Hello, everyone. As mentioned, my name is Casey Hughes. I'm the co-founder and COO of Edge Surgical. It's great to be here. Overall, let's see. How do I advance? Oh, there we go. Maybe I went too far apart. But who we are single-use smart surgical device instruments for orthopedic and spine surgery. At the end of last year, Q4 of last year, we closed what will hopefully be actually our last round of financing. We are here seeking any type of licensing, M&A, or PE firm, strategic partnerships, and so forth. Let's see. So a little bit about us. What do? A couple of our products I'll tell you about here, and the main one is in orthopedics. If someone were to fall, break their arm, this is a forearm here, or any type of fracture, and it's too bad of a fracture where you can't go get a cast on it, and it needs internal fixation. It's an internal cast until it heals. The implant will stay in, but here's an example of a plate and screws on your forearm after a fracture. The problem is that up to 25% of the time, those cases are, the screw length is too long or too short. And so basically, it causes a slew of complications and added costs to the healthcare systems as far as pain, reoperations, wasted cost, and so forth. So you can see here's some examples of too long of screws, even too short. You don't get enough purchase into the plate and so forth. It can cause all these complications. And so who's to blame? This analog depth gauge, which was first invented, we looked it up in 1925, and it basically has had very little to no change since. They all look the same as they did almost 100 years ago. And so some of the key problems with it, it's analog measurement. There's poor usability. On the right-hand side there was some pictures where there was a study done showing that they're a haven of bioburden contamination. And then at the end, there's a poor hook design. It's important to be able for the surgeon to tactically feel that opposite cortex of the bone to make sure that they're getting a good measurement. This adds up to some of the leading problems are the mismeasurement. So you have wasted screws, wasted costs, and on the right, the surgical site infections is a large cost to the healthcare system as well. So what's the solution that we come to? Well, first of all, the device was founded from an inventing hand surgeon based out of Chicago, which is where we are founded, and it was using the traditional analog depth gauge, struggling to get an accurate measurement, couldn't get a good hook, and literally threw the device off the sterile field onto the floor and said there's got to be a better way, and had his aha moment and came up with a digital measurement. But besides doing a digital measurement device, we made other improvements, which I'll talk about here. So we have an optimized and patented hook design, which gives better tactile feel to get that proper grip. A universal nose, also part of our patent portfolio, which can be, this one single device can be used pretty much with any manufacturer and any size plating system. There's small plates or like mini frag plates for your face and your fingers. There's small frag and large frag plates and so forth. Has the digital readout, and then also has this ability to kind of lock the measurement, which is some technical components to the surgical procedure. Also, it's single use, so you use it one per procedure, and then it's thrown out. So it mitigates that bioburden contamination. Also for the surgeon, they get a fresh, sharp hook every time. The reusable ones, the hook becomes dull, bent, mangled, and it's like using a dull knife or something. Also, I'll talk a little bit about more, but this device is FDA cleared, and we recently, this year, just got the CE mark, so we're really proud of that. I'll mention we have 24 issued granted patents around all of our technology, as well as 6 provisional device patents pending. So let's see here. We've completed an alpha launch. We also did a beta launch, and basically just recently started a full market launch. So we have bought up a bunch of inventory, and I'm out there selling. I got cases tomorrow at UC Irvine. I was up in LA yesterday doing procedures as well. So Out there selling, we have a list of distributors, a small number currently, but we're getting a lot of direct interest from surgeons. And I was a spine rep for 15 years, been in over 6,000 spine cases, and I was lucky to get 5 minutes with an orthopedic or neurosurgeon to try and sell them something. What's crazy about this is we're getting phone calls, emails, you name it, from surgeons, from hospitals, from sales reps and distributors saying we've heard about it, we want to sell it, we want to use it. And in the last 13 weeks, we've had 45 hospitals approve this product for use. So in this day and age, if you know anything about getting a product approved at a hospital, it's near impossible. So to have 45 hospitals in 13 weeks I'm very proud of it. Here's some of our accounts, pictures of cases, and there's me at HSS and other surgeons using it and so forth. Some surgeon testaments here. It's kind of a lengthy, busy slide, so I won't dawn on it, but I'm happy to talk with anyone about that. And then we get into our next product that's in development. It's for the spine market. We're using our core technology of digital measurement, but we have incorporated a lot of other features for basically putting in a posterior pedicle screw, which in a nutshell, I'll talk to you about some of its features here. It has an all-tap feature, so you're able to skip some steps and go closer to just putting the screw directly into it. We have Neuro Monitoring. So this is as far as we know, this is the first and only in the world single-use Neuro Monitoring EMG system. And we also recently, I don't know, a few months ago, were granted our IP patent on our Neuro Monitoring and spine device here. A lot of manufacturers, people in this space said there's no way you're going to get any type of Neuro Monitoring IP granted, and we did. So I'll keep going here. So again, that's the Neuro Monitoring. We've done some clinical data. This is in development. We plan actually to submit to the FDA here in the coming months. Everything is working. This just shows the OR today and how we're minimizing some of the overhead there. And one of the other things I'm very proud of is our team. My co-founder and CEO, Chris Wilson, wasn't able to make it today. His wife's having a baby. So I stepped up and basically came. We also have a lot of great strategic people. Chris Lyons, former BD at Medtronic Spine. Bob Hombach is the former CFO of Baxter, and Frank Phillips is on our board of directors. Brad Merck is the Chicago Blackhawks orthopedic surgeon. So a great team and a lot of exciting, great things basically to come. We also always like to say, and we all know the mercury thermometer, everything's gone digital. If I came to you and said 25 years ago and said I have 24 patents around a digital thermometer, especially in this COVID world, could you imagine going in a restaurant and having to take your temperature for 3 minutes while underneath your tongue while we wait? So everything's digital, but back then you'd say, no one's going to buy a digital thermometer. We're kind of doing that with our analog device that's been out there for 100 years. So thank you very much. I'll be around for any questions and happy to meet with anyone.